Everybody ready?
Yes.
Everybody.
We must be one.
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 Hi, my name is Michaela Hughes, and you're listening to part 2 of Let's Go. As always, we thank you so much for your love and support. Remember to subscribe on YouTube to the Hughes Roundtable. And we left off talking about encouraging words and giving positivity to others.
Rare when people will reach out and just be like, wow, you're doing a great job.
Oh, but when you find them ones that are,
Keep them.
keep them, man.
Those
we
are
know
rare.
some. We know some very, very, very beautiful souls, beautiful people that some of the reasons why people just can't do the things of God and to find out what gifts are inside of them and find out the purpose and do their dreams is trauma. Horrendous trauma. Terrible trauma from when they were young and up until now. I got something else out there. I'm so sorry, y'all, but this I really wanted, because this is my thing, man. This is what I love to do. I love to support and encourage and push on people, and in turn, that helps me. That helps me to keep going and stuff like that. I look for people to encourage. I look for people to say, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go at my job out there, you know. Because I understand that what the world is doing now, negative sales, dysfunction sales. If we can't get nobody hooked, don't fool with me right now. If we can't get nobody hooked on drugs, if ain't nobody doing no drugs, then ain't no money being made. And I ain't even just talking about people that sell it. I'm talking about the drug companies.
Yeah.
Look how much money is being made off of this opioid epidemic right here in Columbus, Ohio, about 2 or 3 miles down the street from where we live at. That Nor plant or that NorCal patch, that's money. Big money. When you could have actually just gotten down to the root of it and set up things for them not to even get on it from the giddy up. Prevent. No one, let me go on into this about trauma. If people are out there and they've got a lot of things, because you got to be able to see in your mind. And if your mind is cloudy and you can't see the dream, now you got to be, as a man thinketh,
So is he.
It's been around since 1880s, y'all, that saying, as a man thinketh, so is he. And a lot of times people have trauma and they can't see, and so therefore they can't dream. They don't even know, but I got this and I got this going on. So, I was thinking a couple of days ago, and it said no one person has the market on trauma. It is an equal opportunity adversary. If you have came through it a little bit, you win the whole war. Because now you can tell someone you did, and then they can make it through too. So now you can tell someone you made it through, and then now they can hopefully make it through too. And I know the old saying is a lot of this stuff is remembrance. We're just reminding people, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
We just reminding people because, I know that there's hurting people out there, and it's hard to get over, and get under, meaning hide from trauma, because it's in your mind. You're walking around with it, and that little piece right there was talking about no one person has a market on trauma. It doesn't. But the old saying is God can use that for his glory. I'm a living witness, y'all. Y'all don't know the stories. And I ain't going to say the other part. But y'all don't know all the stories of me and what this woman done been through, of me and what Michaela has been through, and all three of us combined together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we decided that whatever we go through, we're going to come closer, like a 3-ring cord, instead of going in the opposite direction.
It's wise.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we decided to do. We made a
Better thing to
conscious
do.
effort that no matter what goes down, and y'all too, we took on the responsibility of putting more light in us and putting more positive things in us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I tried to always be that way, even with rap. When ghetto rap first came out, I was a young little
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Ghetto
back in the
rap.
day. This is in the 80s, y'all, when NWA was out, Ghetto Boys was out, all the gangster rap that came from California. Y'all, I was living out there with NWA, Too Short. I was living in Oakland, I saw Too Short selling his little CDs and all of that. But guess what? I just dove in, found a positive song out of all those rappers, and that was my anthem.
Mm-hmm.
If you was talking about something, I'm with you. And I was, because one of the reasons why I was like that was the stuff they was rapping about, I was already living that.
Mm-hmm.
Big time. I was already seeing it. I was already living it. So you really I ain't really want to hear about it.
Right.
You know, I wanted to hear it.
Because you was like, let's go. You trying
Let's
to get
go.
up out of
I was trying to get out of it.
Let's go. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want
naturally.
to. I don't want to hear that. Let's go.
Let's go.
And that's how sometimes I think that people that you see, the Lord makes a way for everything.
Yeah.
But you got to be able to catch it.
Yeah.
You have to pay attention and you have to be able to catch it. So your mind is doing two things.
Mm-hmm.
It's trying to find a way to let's go. It's trying to get out of physically where you are,
Mm-hmm.
if it's in a negative place.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you're in the positive part of it, where he's downloading into you, you're trying to figure out what to do, how to get there.
Hard.
And then you're trying to move to it.
Yeah.
Let's go, because you're right here. You hear it, you see it, you can feel it, you can almost taste it, because something happens with the atmosphere. When it's inside of you, you can feel the change. You can, on the inside, the bubbling. And you're trying to move from here where you are to, so over here you have to see yourself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You have to see yourself over
And
there.
that's faith.
And it's faith.
That is
That's all
faith.
it
And you
is.
know what this is reminding me of? I was thinking about this when you first were talking about this, the scared, gifted, and faith piece that we had done. This kind of ties into that a little bit,
Our very first episode, y'all.
because
39 episodes ago. Or so.
That's crazy. Yeah.
You're
Well,
trying to
before you
make
say
it.
that, Nina, touch on when you was talking to me about it this week about they don't know how to get out of it.
Oh, being stuck,
Yeah.
just where
When you don't know how to get out of being stuck.
You don't know how to maneuver through. It takes the strategy of God to be able to do that.
Even when people are talking to you and you're listening.
Yeah, but it comes to a time and a place where you just have to lay it all down. And it's difficult if you are in that circle. You're just going around. You keep hearing it and you can see it and you want it.
Yeah.
But if you've been stuck in a place for so long, how are you going to get there? It's nothing but the hand of God. But those of us that are in whatever we're in, have to find just that small little piece of light that's there, that's drawing us out.
Because you get stuck in stuff
You
every day.
get stuck in stuff.
Me too.
It's easy to get stuck.
You can get stuck
And
before you
have
get up
to
and go to
do-
work and lay in the bed and don't get up. and don't go out.
Physically.
Nobody.
Physically.
You could get stuck right there. That's
Physically
what
stuck.
we ain't talking about. Get Out. What was that Get Out on the movie Get Out? What was they talking about? The sunken place.
The sunken place.
We ain't but we talking about being stuck.
Because it happens both ways. It happens physically and it happens mentally. But you
Yeah.
know, like we always say, get the mind and the body will follow.
Yeah.
Because everything is starting here.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to, that's why the word of God tells you to think on good things. And
Right.
for me personally, I'm not just saying it to people when I say, and your dad laughs at me because sometimes I'll do it. I'm not just saying what I'm saying to be saying it.
Right.
Right.
I'm saying it.
But how they gonna know that though?
And I
That's true.
mean it.
How they gonna know that?
Because I can't help you in a place that I haven't lived, first of
Do
all.
you have a relationship with the people first and foremost?
I would hope that you would.
Okay,
Just
and
talk.
because
Have to
they
be
you have
able
their
to-
ear.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to have where they know that the information that you're giving or what you're sharing is just not saying, I'm not trying to get points off of it. I'm not trying to do anything to magnify myself, to make myself look good. What I'm saying and living all is coming from God.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that personally, even though the situation may not be the same,
Mm-hmm.
that I don't have the answer. If I have not been where you are, I do know
Mm-hmm.
that the God that I serve has an answer for it. And then we have to, us humans, that sometimes we have to do it our way. We want to make our own plans and everything, and that's fine. But consult with the Father. But the information that is being shared is coming from a place that I know that He can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I've spent enough time with the Lord and been where I have given myself and my all to Him to say, if you're trying, not you doing it your way,
Mm-hmm.
not trying the drugs, not trying people, the sleeping, doing all of that, try God.
Yeah.
And what does that mean? That means that when you get ready to step out and do whatever it is that you want to do, if you are not listening and allowing God to have His way, that means that all these 100 times you done it this way, you're going to have to stop that. And
Yeah.
even though you're drawn to do it, because the Word of God says that a dog goes back to his vomit.
True.
He's going to keep on going back to the same stuff over and over again that made you sick, but you still going back to it. You're going to have to stop. Ask God to help you to stop so that where you are, you can see a different way of
Yeah.
doing things.
Yeah. A different perspective. Yeah.
And He
different
will
way.
definitely step in, but you have to trust. And then this is the faith. You have to trust there has got to be something else
Yeah.
that will work,
Mm-hmm.
because what's happening is not working. There has to be something else that will work other than what I've been doing.
Yeah, because this stuff is not gonna stop.
It's not going to stop.
When you're chasing dreams, visions, and all of that, you still gonna need God. Therefore, that's
All the
why
time.
coaches, pastors, they want you to dream and go, and not just dream, but go after
Got to move.
that. Yeah.
Let's go.
And they be like, well, what, a lot of times, a very common saying is, well, what is my purpose and what is the will for my life? And I was telling y'all this week, I was like, start something.
Just do it.
Start something.
Mm-hmm.
Anything. Well, I don't want to be. God, understand there's grace for you there. Start something. Do something. Do something. Do
Mhm.
something.
Yeah.
Do less talking and more doing.
Got to move.
All and then once you take that one step, God will take 1,000,000 steps. Now He got you, and that's
so
what He
true.
wants. He wants you in His hands, where He can work you and mold you, because you ain't nothing but clay anyhow. You come from the dust of the earth, and that's all you is. You're just a piece of clay.
And your
It-
purpose will
He gonna
come.
mold you.
Purpose, something that Pastor taught, this ties in with what you were just saying. Purpose, our purpose is to love others.
Mm-hmm.
We all have the same ground purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So that can come out in any form, anytime, anything. Your destiny is a destination. So sometimes I know, especially because I'm younger, and some of my peers, we think, and this comes from social media, you think your destination is, it's like a place that's just gonna come, and your life is gonna be set, and then that's just gonna be that.
No.
It's a journey. It's like it's you get there, and then God will give you something else. You could wait years for that one thing that you thought was the thing that would set your life on fire, and that's not it. Like, there's something else. So you'll get to that thing, and then there'll be another thing, because we're full of gifts. We're full of, and this is not just for creative people, but people in general.
But they the worst though.
Yes, God. Because that's how we think.
Look at Nina.
We have
we
have ideas. We think we think if I could just get to that specific thing, if I could just drop an album. How many times I've heard that? Just this mixtape, and just one more
EP.
Just the EP. For visual artists, if I could just do this music video or work with this one specific producer, or whatever, and you think that's the height of your life. But that idea has to shift. It has to change, because I don't know, just as a creative person, I'm like at this point where it's more about the purpose is just to give out, and I don't have a specific thing anymore that's just like, God, if I could just hit just that one thing, then my life will be complete. But that's not really it. That's not the way it should be, even when, especially now, pastor's been preaching about, even when you're up in age or you're a senior or whatever,
right. Right.
You never, what a life it would be if we just if we peaked. I don't believe in peaking. I don't. And I believe in moments when it'll be like almost like an out of body experience, or something that's so unbelievable you can't even really grasp how great the moment is. Yes, I believe in those things that you'll remember for a lifetime. But what a weird life to live if we could peak. And then everything else from down there is just like, well, I'm just retired now. Every moment is just as important as the last one, no matter how big or small.
Dreams and visions never die unless you don't do them.
Yeah.
That's the only way that they die, is if they're not done. So I was thinking about dreams and visions in the aspect of you not doing them. And this is so good for us, because think about it being deposited into your mind how to create a car. And you never do it. We'd still be out here. Okay, so it wouldn't be no airplanes and all that.
But we know people like that though.
But
and
those
computers
that
too.
are doing it,
Yeah.
you can't hold on to it.
No.
You have to get up out of, because what would 2019 be like if all the lights, we have electronics, the microphones, the cars, all of this was God.
Yeah.
But they had to have a let's go. We got to have the attitude of moving on it.
Yeah.
You have to get up out of yourself and move on it.
Right.
And irregardless, I can only imagine the thoughts that some of the people, and this is not the creative, it's still creative, but it is not in the industry of the movies, the music, and all of that, because God is a creator.
Right.
He made us.
Right.
And he gives us the mind
Right.
to create as well. But our everyday living, our vehicles, our lights, the running water, how it's not only coming from the ground, but it comes through the ground now through pipes, filtered, washers and dryers. They're not out there on the side in the lake, or using the washboard and all of that. So all of that came from him. But if those who God spoke to and told them to do this, if they had not done it, but yet still with the mindset to think, because listen, we're human. We just not up and jump. And that's why we're talking about this, because what happens when the mind is saying you really want to get up and do that? You have to fight your own self.
One of the things, if you can harness what's in your mind and do that simple one thing, it's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put that in there. Let me throw that in there. I had one more thing that I had in there. Let me see. Your purpose and dreams and gifts are already prepared for you.
Mm-hmm.
They're already in you. You are the one who have to figure it out by seeking Jesus and by someone you can touch, helping you see it. At the end of it all, though, y'all, there will be God's glory given back to him.
Yes.
And multitudes of blessings for you, and you turn around and bless the world. You turn around and bless the world, and you will always be a channel, what Michaela was talking about, on and on, and glory to glory and blessings to blessings. Mm-hmm. And you will, and the Lord will just keep pouring into you. Small, don't always have to be big. Right now, in churches nowadays, people are talking about two things. You don't always have to be at the pulpit. You don't always have to be a preacher. Mm-mm. They're talking about that. They're talking about not funding your dreams. A lot of churches are not doing that. Long as you're covered, you go out here and you do you. You do you. Whatever that is. But I'm going to guarantee this right here, what I'm getting ready to say right here. If you would get started, I'm telling you what I've seen, what I've heard, what I've watched. Documentaries are all over the world now. They put them out there. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you that if you would get started, or if you would keep going, or if you would start another one, all kinds of your mind will just open up. Mm-hmm. It'll just open up to all the good.
So now that you said that and you're talking about the Lord, we're getting ready to shift, because this is never scripted. We just sit and we talk. Mm-hmm. So right now, we've been talking about faith. We're talking about shifting. We're talking about let's go. And I don't know who all is listening. We know that we've said all the states to people that we speak to, and family members that we talk to friends all over the United States. But someone may be listening right now that really doesn't know Jesus. You don't know about God. You don't know how you've been making it. You have dreams and visions on the inside of you. And now we'd like to offer Jesus to you. And all you have to do is say that you want to accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior, and have an opportunity to know the Lord that we know, and know him the way that we know him. That you have purpose inside of you, that you have things that you have been doing or looking to do. So now it's time to let's go to another part of life, that you would be able to have a better life. So just ask the Lord to come into your heart right now, and let's move to another place in life in Jesus, so that when he's talked about, that you will know and get to know the God that we're talking about, and find yourself a place, a Bible-believing church where you can go and get fed every day, because this is how we do what we do, knowing the God that we love and serve, and we would like to offer him to you today. Had to shift. Wasn't planned.
Get that? Yeah. That's a part of let's go on too. Yeah. You want your mind and heart. You want it open, and you need Jesus. You do. He can show you things, and it could be better than what you've ever. Supernaturally, it'll be better, and than anything in this world. I've been working. I've been dealing with the Lord. Me and the Lord been doing some things together in my quiet time about the fruits of the Spirit and Him praying for me. Oh, what you mean? The Lord praying for you? In the Bible, the Bible says that our Jesus, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, is sitting at the right hand of the Father, and He makes intercession for you. He does. He's praying for you, and the Lord is pouring out His love into us constantly. And if you Nina's right. She caught me off guard with that right there, y'all. If y'all did not see my eyes, I was like, what in the world is going on here? That was a big shift. And if y'all looked in her eyes and seen her tears welling up, this is all three of us. We genuinely want the best for you.
Yes.
That's what we want.
Yes.
That's what we want. All three of us. We want the best for people, even people we do not know.
Yes.
Even people on TV. We just want the best. I remember we was talking about that. We want people to have what they would love to have, because in our world, the more light we have, the better it is for us to live in the world for delicate, sensitive people.
Yeah.
True.
But we have a Father that will take care of His people. Yeah. And we believe that. And we are believers in Jesus Christ. This was so good. I hope that it helped somebody.
Yeah.
And let me go through that one more time. If you are a hesitant person, if you're procrastinating and you haven't got started, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
If you have started something and you're in the middle of it, of completing it, go ahead on and finish it. Accomplish it. Let's go. Let's go. If the Lord is moving you to another state, city, anywhere, let's go. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? Let's go. Let's go. Go ahead on and make that move to that other state or city and watch the Lord blow your mind. He'll blow your mind. He got things for you.
Yes.
Go get them.
Yes.
They're already prepared for you. All you got to do is come to your Father, ask them what it is. Sit still. Let Him show you what it is. Let Him give you strategy and wisdom on what it is. Now, there is a cost. There is a cost. And it's a beautiful cost. Mm-hmm. You're just going to be a better human being.
Yes.
And He's going to teach you how to surrender, how to not want to know things, how to not want to be, how to not want to walk in why this. You're going to be just like a boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom. Just like that. You're just going to be going boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom. Because what He probably really wants you to do is shine your light and shine your gifts. And you can just walk up to strangers and they'll think they'd have known you for years.
Yes.
Which He has us doing all the time.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all, we're going to end this thing.
All right.
Because before we motivate ourselves and knock these mics down and the computers and everything, let's go. Yeah, we're cheering for y'all.
Yes.
We're cheering for y'all.
You
We're
can
cheering
do
for
it.
y'all.
You can do it.
We're cheering for y'all. Keep your head up.
Yes.
Keep your head up.
Yes.
Keep your head up. And go.
Yes.
Thank y'all.
Thank
Thank you.
guys.
Remember
so
to
much.
subscribe.
Yes.
Remember to subscribe. Go to YouTube. Punch in the Hughes Roundtable. Hit the videos. You can see all our episodes on Puerto Rico, Thomas Barnett, all kind of. Now you can see this too.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We'll talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Take
Thank
care.
you for listening.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Everybody ready?
Yes.
Everybody.
We must be one.
Everybody.
We must be